Hi, today we will be making chorba hamra, which literally means red soup. It's also a traditional Algerian soup, and the ingredients we will need is 1 litre chicken stock, around 250 grams or a bit more of meat, depends on your taste, chickpeas, salt, cinnamon and vermicelli. As you can see, it's like this very thin pasta that is used in soups, but we're going to use it now. 4 tablespoons of vegetable oil, black pepper. These are dried chilies and they are really hot. We usually buy them from Algeria. And you need a potato, a tomato, a courgette, 1 onion and coriander. I've diced the courgette and the potatoes, and I've taken that out of the tomato so we can boil it with these dried chilies. And I've decided to show you how to deal with this, because you don't just boil it as it is. First of all, you take this out, just like this. It's a bit difficult, so you have to pull. And then you cut it in half, just by your hand. You don't need scissors or anything like that. And then you take all of the pips out. And you take this white stuff off as well. And then you make sure that they're all gone. Just like that. Now you need to start with the oil, vegetable oil. And then the onion, around two medium-sized onions, around that much, maybe a bit more. And now the courgette, the potato, and you need the meat. Now you need to put in a bit of salt because we've got chicken stock already. You only need a pinch of cinnamon. And black pepper. Only a little bit. And now the coriander. Here we've only got a couple of leaves in, and most of it is the stem, so it really takes out the flavour, and we're going to use the leaves later on. And around a cup of chicken stock, not all of it. Now I'm going to cover it and leave it to cook at low heat, at low temperature. Now I've cut the tomato in 8 pieces, as you can see, and I've put it in with the dried peppers, chilies, and I've put in around 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, as you can see. Now we're going to leave it to boil for around 15 minutes. The tomatoes and the chilies need to really cook. Now it's cooking and the tomatoes and the chilies are boiling. We've done this to the tomatoes and chilies because they are red, and as I said, the soup is called chorba hamra, which means the red soup, literally. And what we're going to do to the tomatoes and chilies later on is we're going to blend them and then add them as a sauce to the rest of these ingredients. Now I just wanted to show you the soup, how it looks now. I didn't add any more chicken stock. The potatoes and onions release their own liquid and it smells really, really nice. You can smell the cinnamon and all the vegetables, and the coriander gives it a really, really nice smell, so you can't miss that one out. And my sauce, the tomatoes and chilies have cooked, and now I'm going to blend them. By the way, I've changed the tissue because it wasn't a really good idea. I'm just using a damp cloth because it's better. And now I'm going to start blending. Now I've finished blending and I've taken the cloth off. And when you finish blending, you always have all this lovely sauce left behind on the lid. What I do is I always take it off, rinse it off rather. I turn this over, and now that I've got chicken stock, I'm going to do this. Rinse it all off the chicken stock. You shouldn't swirl it around because then it will go all over the place and you'll make a big mess. And you'll lose the sauce. And now you put it back in with the rest of it. And you need to sift this because you're going to have the chili and the tomato skin left, and they're going to be not nice when you are drinking the soup. So here I am, I'm going to sift this. You're going to do the same with this, but in a minute. I'm going to do just and go down to the lid. I'm going to add a bit of chicken stock, not all of it, and I'm going to swirl it around to get all the sides. You don't have to be, well you do, but not as much as you have to be careful with the lid. And now I'm going to get my spoon. I'm just going to go all around it first, and then I'm going to go, you want to get all the sauce because it's really nice and it gives you the colour to your soup. And now you're going to pour it in and you're going to move all this so all the flavour comes out. And we're done. And you're going to add the chicken stock through this to get absolutely all of the colour. And now you press it so you get all the juices out. And now, as you can see, all that's left in the sieve is the skin, the tomato skin and the pepper skin, and the seeds that were in the pepper that were just left in there. Actually, these are the tomato seeds, not the pepper ones. And now, as you can see, the soup is starting to get its colour because later on we're going to add tomato puree, and I'm going to stir it, but I'm not going to stir it hysterically. You're only going to tease it, as I would say. You just put the spoon in, move it a little bit and then let go. And then you do the same to all the sides. So the vegetables don't just stay inside. And so they keep their shape, they don't mash up. Now we're going to add the chickpeas. And you're going to leave it to cook for a little bit, and then you're going to add tomato puree, as I said, and your vermicelli. And now I didn't open the saucepan to show you something. I think that it needs water just by listening to it, and I'm going to show you how I heard. It's the boiling noise, and you can see loads of bubbles. So it needs more water. Listen to it for a little bit. Now I'm going to add some water. Around a cup of water, and I'm going to add tomato puree. I forgot to show you it in the beginning with the rest of the ingredients, and I should have put it in with the chickpeas, and it doesn't really matter. I'm going to put it in now. Now I'm going to mix the tomato puree in. It's already melted in, and the colour has changed. It's a bit darker. And this is how it looks. You can leave it boil for like 10 minutes more. Now I'm going to add the vermicelli. Put it in. Coriander. Only a little bit. After 5 minutes, turn off the heat.